Some things can't be worked out in your head. You need to experiment. Get out on the road and see what's actually true. For example, the BOXER engine, the heart of BMW's RS Sport Tourer. A friend and I wondered, was that engine capable of low-speed touring? We both said it wasn't. The only way to test our theory was to give the RS a 30-mile-per-hour challenge. The BOXER's been around for 124 years. At first it put out a 6.5 horsepower at 4,500 RPM. Today it offers 136 horsepower at 7,750 RPMs. The day came for us to run our experiment. We did it in true scientific fashion. We had the right equipment. We picked a road with a speed limit of 30 miles per hour for its full length. We would sports tour that neighborhood and put the BOXER to the test. It would take us a few miles to get there, but we were patient, determined to see how the RS performed under low-speed conditions. For our experiment, we assumed the obvious. A sports tourer combines the performance of a sports bike with the capabilities and comfort of a touring motorcycle. BMW pioneered the very first sports tourer in 1977 with the R100 RS, also known as /7, the last of the Airheads. Our experiment began when we turned left and started our test run down the 30-mile-an-hour road. This street was well suited to the task. It allowed for continuous flow without stop signs. It does have one roundabout, but the flow of traffic in this neighborhood is so minimal we were confident our tour would be uninterrupted and our test would collect full and accurate data. The speed limit never changed. It remained 30 miles an hour. We would soon find out if our sports tours were capable of low-speed touring. It's not an easy question to answer, for there is solid evidence to claim they will and they won't. Those who argue in favor of slow touring immediately point to the BOXER's shift cam technology and low center of gravity. Technically speaking, the intake valves are actuated by either the torque or the power cam in just 10 milliseconds, depending on load and rotational speed. Cams are fitted with smaller and bigger lobes controlled by a shift gate that uses pegs to shift the cam to each side to engage the partial or full load cam, depending on the throttle valve opening. What results is better control of the valve opening at low and high RPM and improved combustion of the fuel, producing more flexible and readily available power. Despite the 536-pound wet weight, the RS handles low-speed maneuvers exceptionally well. Idling along below 10 miles per hour presents no stalling problems, and the hydraulically operated anti-hopping wet clutch combined with the shaft drive results in butter-smooth friction zone performance. A top speed of 30 miles per hour in second gear is smooth as glass and sustainable for a lengthy tour without an issue. Add to this the rain mode and customizable road mode, and one finds the beefy BOXER can easily restrain itself for leisurely slow-speed tours. But hold on, not so fast. There's another side of the argument. A large contingent of riders scoff at the idea of slow-speed sports touring. Besides the concept sounding counterintuitive, the basic dynamics of engine technology when matched up with rider profiles places slow-speed touring on the road to nowhere in the land of possibilities. It all comes down to the essential mechanics of sports touring. There's a machine and there's a rider. Considering the machine but not the rider leaves half of the component parts unassembled. First, the machine. Reading bike stats is easy. We all know what the RS is capable of. As far back as 2013, Rider magazine said the line between sport bikes and touring motorcycles was blurred, with touring horsepower rising higher and higher, and list of standard sport bike features growing longer and longer. Then we have the rider. Sport touring combines the bike matched with the rider's mindset. Some say it's not what you ride, it's how you ride it. Touring has a destination, and yet for many, even with stops along the way, the road itself is enough of a destination. But that road, while ever constant, must constantly shift by so more is revealed. The sport touring motorcyclist is all about ever-present opportunities and rolling with and around any obstacles. By the very nature of being in motion, touring riders like the excitement that onrushing variety offers up. Dancing in slow motion is not their style. You can't get the feeling of flying through the wind at walking speed. No matter what the slow capabilities of a bike are, the sport touring rider's temperament will keep the pace lively. A sport touring bike is great if you've got nowhere or somewhere to go and you'd like to get there fast. The sport touring design caters to quickness, great handling, being comfortable, and getting there with all your necessary stuff. An experiment that judges only bike performance misses the point. We only did one experiment, but for us it was all we needed to see. We gave it our best, but neither of us could stay below 30 miles an hour consistently. We'll leave slow sport touring from now on to bicycles. And for anyone who wants to shame us for not maintaining speed, I can hear them now. What's wrong with you? Why so fast? Where's the fire? I have only one thing to say. There's always a fire, somewhere. And if you're alive, you better hope one of those fires burns in your belly. For sport touring riders, there's always a fire, and endless roads defeated.